Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Marcus Speaks. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Marcus Speaks Live, the podcast that gives you all kinds of trending topics in one night. It's like, nah, but, let me see. There's something going on. Let me get it right. All right, testing. How was my mic? My mic should sound better now. So, with that being said, people, you will be getting basically the trending topics tonight. Some that I handpicked myself, so we'll be getting into that. But, just so the night isn't stale, I have a pre-show, and then after the pre-show, it's the main show. So basically, the pre-show, if you're already here watching, Pre-show is basically, people getting in here. If they don't get to see it, it's fine. Um, but yeah, let's get into some promotions, and let's get into. I'm writing. Let me write some things down because I got some things that I got to do after the show. So let's get into some promotions, which are. I don't even have it up, which I should have. Welcome to the show. If you could, like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you are new here. Hit that bell icon so you can get all of my notifications once I go live. If you could, do me this one good favor. Please go to the description box. Go to the links that's in the description. You can either hit the all my links link or you can hit the individual links. Two of those links are my first YouTube channel, Marcus Speaks, and my second YouTube channel, Marcus Speaks Play. If you go to those links, if you're already here, hit the subscribe button, hit the hell out of it, and then click on my picture that's next to the subscription. Scroll down past this video because you'll see it. When you see Marcus Speaks Play, go to the hit that subscription as well, so you can be subscribed to both. If you go to either channel, you can subscribe to both channels. All right, just letting you guys know that. Also, the scrolling tick that's down there, please read it over. Once you see the space comes up, that starts everything over, and you'll be able to see. You'll be able to see everything that I have posted there. What's the last thing? Okay, if you would like to come up here and talk to me, you can. There's a link pinned in the live chat. If you guys go to the live chat, you'll see a blue rectangle. The blue rectangle will be where the link is. If you hit that link, you can come up here and talk to me about all the topics that I present tonight. But there are 3 rules you have to follow, all right? Those 3 rules are... let me get to them. Sorry. First rule is you must be on camera at all times. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. You have to be on camera at all times. If you don't want to be on camera here on the backstage, you still have to be on camera back here. If you don't want to be on camera in the public, that's fine, but you still have to be on camera here in the backstage. I will have a question posted back here. If you guys do or do not want to be on camera, because there is a private chat. With that private chat, do not make a discussion inside of the private chat. That is for me to know if you want to come up here or not and be on camera, or if not to be on camera. All right. So second rule is if you don't want to be on camera, that's fine. Still have to be on camera back here in the backstage. The question presents back here would be: would you like to be on camera? Yes or no? Please leave your name and your answer. Your name that's over top of your screen that's here on the backstage. I'll see who it is, and then I'll let you know before I bring you up. To turn your camera off or just to say how you are, and I'll bring you up. And the third and final rule is please silence all background noise. I do not want to hear what's going on in your life. No one cares. My audience doesn't care, nor do I care what's going on in your life in the background. All right? Keep your private things private, and we shall be all right. So, with that being said, that is the third rule. Last thing that I have to say to you guys is please like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you are new here. Please do that. It is all free. All right? So if you guys don't know, when I do my show, I like to present videos as well. With that being said, I have to follow not only the YouTube fair use policy, I also have to follow the law. And the law is this. What fair use is. So this is what fair use is. Well, instead of me telling you, I'll let my past tell you. Go ahead, take it away. Hello, everyone. I'm going to tell you about fair use. It's the law. Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce,
distribute, or exhibit portions of copyright motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107.
All right. So, since you guys know what fair use is, let's get into the show. So, the show is this. Let me write down this time. So, um, if you guys haven't been paying attention to the news, you guys should be, because this very man right here, Alex Jones, has been found guilty of basically lying on the Sandy Hook, the whole Sandy Hook thing. You guys don't know what Sandy Hook is? Sandy Hook is where an armed gunman ran into a school and shot some kids. I'm pretty sure it sounds familiar because that is what has been happening since forever. But this happened a decade ago, and he went on his show and he started shouting things or whatever. But before we get into why he's being, before we go on, he's being ordered to pay almost $1 billion, $965 million to be exact. But he's been ordered to pay that to the families of said said families. But this is one thing I have to say about that before we move on with today's show, and I'll be right back because I have to blow my nose. Hold on. All right, so this is one thing I have to say about that. If you guys haven't been paying attention here on YouTube, you have to pay attention. Now, before we get into this article, I'm gonna do some history real fast when it pertains to YouTubers saying things, right? Okay, so a lot of YouTubers been saying a lot of things for years about all kinds of things, right? So when he decided to go on his show and he decided to say what he said about the Sandy Hook massacre, basically, he got into some trouble. Then he apologized for it, and then everyone moved on with their lives or whatever, right? But this is one thing that we have to keep in mind. There was another YouTuber by the name of Tasha K. She said something about some things and she got sued. Same thing that happened to him. He said some things, he got sued. Right now, I believe Nicki Minaj is sending somebody to court or getting ready to send another YouTuber to court for saying some things about her. And she didn't like it all that much. There's a pattern going on, people. A lot of people, now, we live in a country that allows us to speak freely in a way. But this is one thing some people aren't understanding. You can say whatever you want. Just know that there's consequences that go along with what you're saying. A lot of stuff like this has been placing a lot of precedents when it comes to coming on here and speaking your mind. I've told you guys countless times, once I decided to put my face in front of this microphone, I then basically knew that I had a responsibility that I had to basically follow. So So with that being said, I may talk mess about people, but I don't go as far as like, saying like lying about things. Like I make sure I get all the facts that I can possible, and then I don't even say anything else other than that. So, with that being said, we got to start paying attention to certain things because if Tasha K can be sued for defamation, if Alex Jones can be sued for defamation, and whatever the YouTuber's name or Twitch streamer's name that said some things about Nicki Minaj and now she's going to court or will be going to court soon, and she can be sued for defamation, we got to start paying attention to what the fuck we're saying on this here, on this platform. There's a platform where you can go and you can say whatever you want because they do follow what free speech is. But people, you got to understand this. Free speech is under attack. This is one of the guys that was fighting for free speech. Free speech is under attack. Now, what he said was ugly. I will say that. But I have to defend his right to say whatever the hell he wants to say about whoever the hell he wants to say it about. If you guys have a problem with that, that's fine. I'm making no qualms about what I'm saying right now. You guys can think whatever you like. But for freedom of speech to prevail, we have to be able to get the full scope of what that means. That means hate speech. That means inflammatory speech. That means good speech. That means praising someone. If free speech, all of that falls underneath of free speech. Can we get in trouble for what we say here on this platform on YouTube? Yes, we can. Just like we can anywhere else. If I write something on Facebook and someone doesn't like that, they can then sue me for what I think. But this is one thing we have to basically stay very conscious about. You have to remember that although you have a right to say whatever the hell you want to say, there are repercussions for it. So, with that being said, Alex Jones, once again, has been ordered to pay $965 million for his Sandy Hook lies. I have a video that goes along with this. If you guys want to pay attention, go ahead, break the popcorn out, get some drinks ready, and if you got the weed, roll it up and start smoking it now because I'm about to take y'all for a funky good time. Here we go.
To plaintiff Robbie Parker. A. Defamation/slander damages past and future, $60 million. B. Emotional distress damages past and future, $60 million. Total fair, just, and reasonable damages to plaintiff Robert Parker and against Alex Jones and Free Speech Systems at line A and line B, total $120 million. Initialed by juror number 1. Total fair, just, and reasonable damages to plaintiff Erica Lafferty and against Alex Jones and Free Speech Systems at line A and line B, $76 million. Initialed by juror number 1.
Do you see what I see? Although I see a verdict being read up for a man that has to pay families buku's amount of money that he does not have. But this is what I also see. I see a lot of millionaires in the making. Now that could be harsh for y'all to think, but hey, that's what I think. See, a lot of millionaires being made off of lives that they just want to see in front of them. Now, this is the reason why I'm saying that, is because once it comes to black people being shot down in the streets by racists, cops, racist cops, and even ourselves. Nobody really says much other than when it comes time for the payment. Oh, well, they accepted payment for their lost ones' lives and blah, 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 blah. Look, I've said it before myself, heard other people say it too. No amount of money will ever replace a life. I've heard that be said. I'm also saying it myself right now. No amount of money will replace a life. But what I'm saying right now, off of this almost $1 billion payout that he has to do, which he's trying to sell merch right now so he can, get that money out to those families. He's trying to get that money, to the family so he can pay them out and all of that. But he can probably do a move like Tasha K did, move to Africa, move to Africa, and then say that he's not paying because he ain't got it, right? He could probably do that, but who set the amount to this? Like, what judge was like, you know what? I think he should pay almost $1 billion to these families, or whatever. Like, who thought that was okay? Like, who thought that was fine? Like, you know what? $1 billion. Go ahead. Read that out. Like, who thought that was okay? Because it was a story that I remembered. I don't know the person's name, but I know. Excuse me. Some man I think had killed a. I don't know if the girl was in her late teens or her early 20s or something. But what wound up happening is that the man got found guilty, and he I think he did some time, and then after he got out of jail, he had to pay however amount of money that he had to pay. So what I'm trying to say is, if he had got a job that the father or the parents of that girl will find out, they'll take him to court for it, have it to where his wages will automatically go to them, which means they basically had a slave. They basically had a slave. So the dude would basically work to pay off his debt, basically. So man, all I'm saying is certain things shouldn't happen when it comes to things like this. Like, is a payout really necessary? Like, should he have to pay out of pocket for inflammatory things that he said? Like, I'm not defending him, but all I'm saying is that was he within his rights of saying what he said? Can he be in trouble for what he said? Is he liable to pay out to these families? Those are my questions to you guys. You guys can answer them in the chat right now.
Verdict. We, the jury, have reached our verdict as to damages in this case. We award damages to each plaintiff and against Alex Jones and Free Speech Systems LLC as follows.
Those aren't tears of sadness. Those are tears of happiness. But we'll see how many of them stay millionaires after the next 5 years. Let's keep going.
our lawyers helped give me the strength to finally find my voice and to fight and to stand up to what had been happening to me for so long, and for how I let my voice be taken away from me and my power be taken away from me at the expense of my daughter and at the expense of my family.
This jury has taken back, for all of us, something we've been hemorrhaging over the last decades, which is core decency and humanity. The failure to be able to hear each other or listen to each other, and the gullibility of believing that people are bad people or good people, the maligning of people, the maligning of these families. This is an incredibly restorative moment, I think.
For anybody that still chooses to listen to that man, just ask yourself, what has he ever given you? And compare that to whatever it is that he's taken from you.
Honestly, to answer your question, sir, this is one thing Alex Jones has given me. Alex Jones, my first time being acquainted with Alex Jones was when former member of Public Enemy, Professor Griff, was on his show. This is when I was finding knowledge of self. And I told you guys that if you look at black consciousness as like a school, your first class that you take is conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory is the first class you take when finding knowledge of self, because what conspiracy theories do, it allows you to think critically about things that haven't been proven yet. I also told you guys that a conspiracy theory is just a theory that has yet to be proven to be true. That's all I said. So the very first class you take in your knowledge of self school, if you want to look at gaining knowledge of self as a school, is conspiracy theory. Alex Jones helped me with some of those conspiracy theories that I was trying to find, such as the Gulf of Tonkin, 9/11, what else? Gulf of Tonkin, 9/11, Osama bin Laden. If you guys ever want to dive deep into who the hell he was. What else? He also put out there a lot of things when it comes to getting jabs and all kinds of things. Not jabs, but jabs. Like, he spoke about that. This is decades before a lot of this stuff happened. Decades before, if not decades after, he spoke about this stuff. So that's one thing he's given to me. He hasn't taken anything. He just wants people who wants to know about the said truth. He presents the truth to us. Now, you can take truth however you want to take it. You can take it with a grain of salt of what he's saying, which I did. I took it for a grain of salt, did my research on my own, and found out, hey, he really was saying some true shit. Okay, cool. I can run with that now. That's why I always say at the end of my show, do your own research, because it helps you in the long run. Instead of taking somebody else's word for it, do your own research. Helps y'all in the long run. Now, let's get to the last thing that he said. Think about the things that he's taken away from you. As I just said, he doesn't take anything away from anybody. Does his overzealous? Let's get into his overzealous fans. Now, you have fans, and then you have fanatics, and then you have motherfuckers that's like, you have the fans that basically would kill for you, basically, such as like the Bayhive, the Big Bitch Brigade. I guess that's Lizzo's fans. Whatever you call Megan Stallion's fans. Just in the Barbs and the Ken Barbs, if you go after any of these people, Adele, Taylor Swift, you go after any of these people, their fans will go after you and destroy you. Let's take those fans of Alex's, his overzealous fans. His overzealous fans did the other work that Alex basically said not to do. They got in contact with these families, started sending death threats to these people. For what? That's exactly what I'm saying here. Those overzealous fans are the fans you do not want, because those are the fans that'll get you in more trouble than anything, i.e. Alex Jones with this court case here. It was his fans that did this, not him. That's just like, I probably have some black folks in here that's watching me. So listen to what I say first before you judge. Let's take the MAGA crowd. The MAGA crowd, the January 6th thing. If you pay attention to what Donald Trump said, he did not tell them to storm the Capitol and break in and all this other shit. He did not tell them to do that. He did say, let's go there together and protest, or whatever he said. He did say that. Let's go down there together and let's show them what we're made of, or something of that ilk. That's what he said. Did he show up? He didn't. Donald Trump did not show up, but his overzealous fans, what does Joe Biden call them? The super MAGAs. The super MAGAs went down there and started fucking shit up. That's what the super MAGAs did, which was, I think, over maybe some odd thousands of people down there. But if you pay attention to what was going on down there, which has been countless stories printed of police opening gates, police opening doors, police flagging people, and hey, come on this side, over here. It's been countless accounts of that. Now, is Donald Trump? Should Donald Trump get in trouble for what other people basically thought that he wanted them to do? No. In this life, matter of fact, let me quote a Mortal Kombat quote. Raiden told Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, and Sonya Blade, every mortal man and woman is in control of their own fates. That's what Raiden said to them in the 95 Mortal Kombat movie. That's what Raiden said to them. And I say to you guys, every mortal man and woman is in control of their own fate. The people who decided to storm the Capitol that day, that's on them. That's why most of those people are in jail. Unlawfully they are too, but they're in jail. Now, why didn't Alex Jones's overzealous fans, his fanatics, not also get in trouble as well? Because it was them who actually made the phone calls, wrote the emails, found them on social media, and wrote them DMs and and started saying things on their posts. When it came to that, why aren't those people being in trouble as well with Alex Jones? Just the same way that you guys wanted to see Donald Trump go down, just like the same way y'all want to see whoever goes against whatever, just like y'all wanted to see Tasha K go down for the Cardi B shit, for what she said. Why most of Tasha K's fans was going on to Cardi B's Instagrams and and Twitters and shit like that and talking shit to her. So why aren't these people footing the bill along with Alex? Just like a Tootsie Roll or a Tootsie Pop, the world may never know.
Do you still have your family members with you? And they still believe in you and trust you? What have you ever gotten from him?
A lot of information, sir. Just to say the least. So, I got this short article. I probably won't read all of it. But it says, as Alex Jones was being ordered by a jury in Connecticut to pay nearly $1 billion in damages to the families of 8 Sandy Hook victims and an FBI agent he accused of being actors, he scoffed live on the show. Do these people think they're getting any money? Broadcasting in tandem on Wednesday with the court hearing, which he did not attend, Mr. Jones called the $965 million judgment against him a joke. He then tried to convince his audience to send him money. Mr. Jones, a fabulist who was ruled liable for defamation over his lies about the 2012 massacre being a hoax, told viewers that the Democratic establishment was out to get him and that your pennies counter their millions. Now, I don't know what the hell he meant by that, but I will get to the establishment now. People, this liberal democratic establishment that's happening right now with your favorite president, Joseph girly name Biden. I don't know what his middle name is, but I know it's a girly name. Why is it that a lot of the people who back Donald Trump, you're either seeing them go to jail, you're either seeing them getting being taken out of certain positions in government? 1 second, yo. They're being placed out of certain positions in government. They're either having their positions in government threatened because they back Donald Trump. Hell, it was 2 years after his presidency on CNN that pundits and anchors would still be talking about the man. So what is it about Donald Trump and people who back Donald Trump that are getting in trouble for things that happened like decades ago? Alex Jones being one of those people. Alex Jones being one of those people. It's wild, I know. There's a lot of shit going on in this country. Hell, the Democratic establishment can't even tell us why they keep sending billions of dollars over to Ukraine. We've sent so much money, and I said this last week. We've sent so much money over to Ukraine. They should be a state by now. Ukraine should be a United States, part of the Union now. How much money we have given them, and it's way more than what Alex Jones has to pay out. We've gave them billions. Why aren't they an offshore state such as like Hawaii. Or why aren't they a state just like Alaska? Because if you guys don't know, Alaska was I believe Alaska was Russia's at one point. So I don't know, man. Dive further into this. He says, the top headlines on his website, which was covered in ads for the diet supplement, he hawks, was about the verdict and linked to an appeal to buy his book. He planned to hold an emergency broadcast for more than 16 hours to save InfoWars. He said, urging people to flood us with donations for hundreds of thousands of dollars. I can keep them in court for years. I can appeal this stuff. Okay. This is one thing that we are also forgetting. They're sitting there crying and stuff like that. What they don't understand, he can appeal this. And he can appeal this for lesser money as well. So that $1 billion surplus that they want him to shell out, he can get that knocked down. Just saying. Mr. Jones repeated the contested claims that he and his company, the InfoWars parent free speech system, were almost completely out of money, and that the plaintiffs can't get blood from a stone. He has placed free speech. He has placed free speech systems into bankruptcy, which the Sandy Hook victims' families have challenged in court as an attempt by Mr. Jones to avoid paying damages. During the trial, Mr. Jones said he needed $80,000 for security to travel to Connecticut to testify. He arrived in Waterbury on a private jet and stayed with an entourage in a rented villa with a pool and tennis court. I don't know why that's important. During an earlier damages trial in Texas, a financial expert testified in August that Mr. Jones and free speech systems were worth somewhere between $135 million to $270 million. Mr. Jones, who has conceded that the massacre was 100% real, returned on Wednesday to cast doubt on other school shootings, while also voicing other false narratives. The verdict, he said, was an attempt to scare us away from questioning Uvalde and what happened there, or Parkland, or any other event. He continued, "We're not going away, we're not going to stop." It's all about questioning the narratives, people. That's what it's about. This is what the liberal establishment, the liberal democratic establishment, has basically done. They basically made a lot of people into cucks to where if you talk about this, you'll get booted off here. Let's look at Kanye, which I'll be talking about him tonight. Kanye says something about some Jews. JP Morgan said, "You know what, sir? I think it's best if we break ties." It's like, what? Yeah, sir. I think it's about time we cut ties, because what you just said, we can't get down with. I'm sorry. And it's like, are you serious? Yeah, we're very serious. Please take your money and go. Now, Alex Jones is one of these people. He questions the narrative. There's a lot of people that I watch that question the narrative. Because most of the time, the narrative isn't the true narrative. Let's look at the pandemic. they're coming out almost every day stating things that we knew weren't true in the first place. Now they're backtracking. Well, it does this, it does that. We don't think it does this anymore. We think it does that. We think this, we think that. It didn't really do this, it did that. It's like, but that's been said already. We've heard this be said already. Nothing's new underneath of the sun. Like we've known this already. You're just trying to do damage control is because a lot of the people who took the stab, most of them are coming up with blood clots that's life threatening, heart attacks, heart issues. There's a lot of 20-year-olds who took that stab that have life threatening issues that they've never had before. That's weird. But when we try to question the narrative, then a lot of people got booted off from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. A lot of people got booted off from these platforms. But now, since they're coming out and saying, Fauci's about to retire with in December. Biden, Jesus Christ. But do y'all get what's going on? It's a lot of people that's tucking tail and running because of some shit that they told us was true. Now that we find out isn't true, they want to backtrack now and be like, well, nah, we think this now. We don't think that anymore. It's like, what? Are you serious? Something that we already knew? But that's that. It's whatever you guys, it's whatever they think. You know what I'm saying? I don't pay too much attention to the mainstream media all that much. I pay attention to what people who actually are paying attention to this shit are talking about, because you're who is it that's part of the liberal mainstream media? Don Lemon. What's some other people? I forgot. See, I don't even watch them. I don't even know their names. So, all the people like Don Lemon, they're about to lose their jobs over at CNN. There's been new management that's taken over CNN. And they're getting the old guard out, such as Don Lemon and everybody who was over there. Zucker left, the former president of the company. He left, and then the new dude who's in there now, he's like, nah, man, we are rebranding here. I don't know who told y'all differently, but we're rebranding here. Like, all the things that y'all was talking about like a few years ago, we're not doing that anymore over here. We're basically going to rebrand this channel to where it can be watchable again. Because you guys don't understand, CNN gets lesser ratings than most YouTubers. Like, it's some YouTubers that get that get like a higher viewer count than what CNN does. Like, CNN was like in the shitter at one point. They was getting like 50,000 viewers like daily. And it's a few people that I watch who get that within a couple hours. It was crazy. But y'all please give me like 5 seconds. I gotta grab this paper that flew off of my table. I'll be right back in 5 seconds. All right. So let's move on to the next story. So y'all's girl has found a gig. Y'all's girl let me do this right here. That's better. So Brittany Renner found herself a job. Brittany Renner found herself a job. So Brittany Renner's Krystal's commercial. So Brittany Renner has linked up with Krystal's, a Southern restaurant, along with the marketing and promotion of 2 Chainz. If you guys don't know, so Krystal, the South's original quick service restaurant chain, today announced the unveiling of its new chicken sandwich. To help launch the campaign, Krystal partnered with social media influencer Brittany Renner to let everyone know that you don't have to ditch your main chicken sandwich. They just want to be your side chick. The new side chick sandwiches are the first new menu item since partnering with 2 Chainz as its head of creative marketing. At Krystal, we are here to disrupt the QSR landscape and are excited to be working with Brittany Renner as she has a pulse of the culture, said 2 Chainz head of creative marketing. 2 Chainz over there making money. We know everyone has a favorite already. So instead of fighting to be your go-to, we're happy to be your little something on the side. The chicken sandwiches feature premium white meat chicken and a bold and crispy crunch that comes in 3 distinct variations for lunch and dinner. Barbecue bacon cheese with crispy. I'm making some people hungry out there right now. With crispy. Hold on. Barbecue bacon cheese with crispy smoked bacon and tangy barbecue sauce. Pimento cheese and classic featuring a slather of Duke's mayo and pickle. For breakfast, the side chick is available in classic and pimento cheese on a biscuit. And like all things Krystal, the sandwiches are small enough that you can go for 2 or 3 in one sitting. I'm real, I'm honest, and I'm funny. So I was happy to partner with Krystal since they're a brand willing to be all those things, all those same things, said Brittany Renner. We are combining food, fun, and culture into one big moment for this staple establishment. Get ready for some surprises. The creative campaign from Atlanta-based marketing agency Chemistry will kick off with Renner and feature fully integrated creative executions on October 3rd across TV, social, out of home, and more. With all of its focus on letting people know they don't have to ditch their main chicken sandwich because Krystal just wants to be your side chick. So here are 2 of the commercials I will show tonight, and here we go.
Attention, a 10 is speaking. These 3 new Krystal side chicks are thicker, juicier, and crispier than ever. Keep your main thing if you want. We just want to be your side chick.
Side chicks.
The only side chicks I've seen that look better than me are these right here. Introducing 3 new, thicker, juicier side chicks.
I can't lie. Them things look good. Like, I'm sorry. Them things look good. I ain't just talking about Brittany Renner. I'm talking about them chicken sandwiches. Now I know Brittany Renner's track record with Homeboy, whatever. I don't want to date her. All right, I just think she's cute. Just like everybody else, any other man would think that she's cute. And she took a real bite of them sandwiches because normally, you know what I'm saying. Like normally when you see a commercial like that, people ain't really biting into them sandwiches or whatever. She actually bit into that sandwich. So you get barbecue bacon cheese. That looks good. The classic looks good. And the pimento cheese look good. But you get a nice little pickle with that. Now I would say for the bacon, the barbecue bacon cheese, you could have just left the cheese off of it because you already got bacon and barbecue sauce on it. That's all you need. You don't need no cheese on that. But 2 Chainz is marketing this. I'm not, so they know what the hell they're doing. So you know. But that has been the pre-show, people. Let's get into today's overview. Let's see where I'm at. So I'm at 102.32. So today's overview, I will be talking about Kim Kardashian is back in the news because of Kanye's antics. Kanye gets backlash from the black community, and Boozy Badass checks him. And 50 Cent and his son Marquise Jackson get into a public argument over time and loyalty. So that's what I'll be talking about tonight. So let's get into today's topics. So if you guys don't know, Kim Kardashian and father of her kids, Kanye West. Wake up, Mr. West. They're back in the news about some dumb shit. So, Kim Kardashian is paying for security at kids' school after Kanye's online antics. Or online attacks as well. So I got this. So I didn't even read where I got some of those other articles. So the first article about Alex Jones I got from the New York Times. The Krystal Brittany Renner thing I got from the Source magazine, and this comes from Yahoo News. So, if you guys don't know what's going on, you know I got you. I'm gonna play this here video, and then we're gonna dive into the article.
Celebrity news. If it is your first time here, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bells. Kim Kardashian paying for security at kids' school after Kanye's online attacks. The scheme's founder recently hired additional security to guard her kids' private school after her ex-husband Kanye West revealed its name in numerous social media rants, TMZ reported. Kardashian is paying for the additional security, though to be clear it's not to protect her progeny from their dad. The Kardashian star is concerned that because the Yeezy designer revealed the school's name, anyone could show up and potentially harm the students. West, 45, has been on a full self-guided press tour ranting about how he would prefer his 4 kids, North, 9, Saint, 6, Chicago, 4, and Song, 3, to attend his newly opened Donda Academy, where parents reportedly have to sign NDAs despite the fact that the school has yet to be accredited by the Western Association of Schools and Colleges. In early September, the All of the Lights rapper said he and Kardashian, 41, had a good conversation about their kids' education. The Heartless rapper proposed his idea that the children should change their schooling to 3 days at their current private school and 2 days at Donda Academy in Simi Valley, California.
Now, if you guys don't know, Kanye has an unaccredited school that that he has called Donda. He's also, if you guys don't know this as well, he was something had happened over the week to where he met this gentleman named King Randall. If you guys don't know who King Randall is, you need to look him up. So King Randall, basically, he's a 20-something-year-old. I think he's like 23 or 24. He has his own school, like around the outskirts of Atlanta. So his school is an all-boys school. I believe it's residential. It's a residential school as well. So basically, what it entails, if you guys remember what I was saying about Dr. Umar Johnson last week, it's kind of the same idea, but on steroids. Um, his school basically is to teach young boys how to be men. So they have a vigorous regimen of what they have to do on a daily. So I'm hoping that Kanye West sees what King Randall's doing and then does something similar with Donda. So I hope, and let's hope and pray. Let's give a round of applause and DJ that happens. And I hope that he gets with King Randall and they can work on some things together. So let's continue with the video.
This is co-parenting. West captioned the screenshot of the text message via Instagram. However, it appears any headway the former pair had made has come to a screeching halt, as West told Tucker Carlson that he isn't willing to compromise when it comes to education. All they do is take all the celebs' kids and throw them into this same school, the rapper said about his kids' current school, claiming that the administration tries to indoctrinate them. Right now we've come to a compromise, but I'm not finished.
Well, that's just not the school that his kids are going to. Those are kids around the country. If your kids are in public schools right now, just know that they're getting indoctrinated. Now, I won't say that all of us who have graduated or maybe had dropped out of school or whatever, it's not to say that we weren't indoctrinated, because you gotta remember, what the hell did we do every morning? We stood up and said the Pledge of Allegiance. That is indoctrinating, if you guys don't know. You know what they took out of school? They took prayer out of school. I think they did that right around the time when my mom was in school. What else did they take out of school? Well, all the things you can learn as far as like a trade of some sort, they took those out of school. Those aren't something that you can learn in school anymore. Like I know here in the county I live in, it's a separate high school. Like all the high schools are in the country, in the county. A selective few go. They learn trades and stuff like that. So then they'll have something to do if they choose to go to college. They'll have something to do wherever they go to college at. They'll have a job and they'll have the skills to do whatever they have to do to get themselves through school. And then when they get out of school, they can either choose to continue with their trade or go on with their career. What else was taken out of school? A lot of things was taken out of school to where the only thing that school really is good for is, well, y'all be the judge of that. What is school good for? Now, a lot of things, a lot has been happening within these past few years, though, because homeschooling has become the go-to thing to do now for your kids. Homeschooling, you teaching your kids whatever you want to teach them, but it has to be within your state's rights. So you can teach your kid whatever the hell you want to, but as long as you have the core things that they can do, such as English, math, I believe science, and social studies has to be within that curriculum. But anything else you want to teach your kid, that's fine. I told you guys about history in this country when it came to, I forgot what that was. What podcast that was. But I basically told you guys that there is no there is no federal or state regulation of teaching history. There is none. Certain states don't even teach about about Black History Month. Some things that you might have learned. Let's say you switch schools from, I don't know, you lived in Texas where they make all the books at. Let's say you moved to Idaho. You won't be taught the same history that you learned in Texas. You won't learn it the same in Idaho because there's no regulation of this is what every kid in each state in each grade has to learn. Like you have to learn about whatever, let's say the Holocaust in 5th grade. Then you'll have to learn about World War II in like 5th grade. Like there is no regulation. Whatever your state curriculum has or your county whatever your state curriculum has for you guys to learn as far as history goes, then that gets taken back to each county. They decide, well, we'll teach them this, we'll leave this out. We'll teach them a little bit of that, but we'll also leave this out as well. And that's history for each kid in every grade every year. That's the history that they get taught. I told you guys also how I also told you guys about how when I was in the 12th grade, I believe I told you guys this. When I was in the 12th grade, there was a class called law. It was a law class that I took in the 12th grade. That year that I took that class was the last year you could take that class. And we all asked, well, why? Like, why isn't this class being taken out of the curriculum? Our teacher told us because no one's taking this class. She said last semester I probably only had seven students in this class. You guys are probably my biggest class within the last 2 years. It was only like maybe 15, if not 16 of us in that class. And she was like, after this semester, this class is done across the board in this state. You won't be able to learn law in school. You'll have to learn it on your own now. And we was like, damn, that's fucked up. So, but law was a part of the history curriculum, so they didn't feel as though that it was needed. So they basically had their meeting and said, we're taking this out after this year, and then we won't teach it anymore. So if Kanye feels as though that his kids aren't getting the correct if he feels though that his kids aren't getting the correct teaching, he should know because his mother was an educator, his father was an educator. Or no, his dad wasn't an educator. I'm thinking about Dave Chappelle. I forgot. His mom was an educator. I believe Kanye's dad was thugged out when his mom met him. But his mom was an educator, college educated at that, and a college professor at that as well. So if anybody is talking about education, I think Kanye knows a little bit about education. I believe his mother was a history teacher at that, an African studies history teacher. But you got to go through all kinds of history to be able to get that credential. So I'm pretty sure his mother knew everything that had to do with history. So but we got to look at who his wife is. Like, let's run her track record down. Kim Kardashian, and this is where I look. Listen to what I'm about to say. You heard what I said earlier about the Alex Jones shit, but listen to what I'm about to say. Kim Kardashian, in all due respect, is a whore. Like, in all due respect, she's a whore. Because what woman do you know has to be in front of the camera all the time? Now, if we get into vanity, which vanity is a sin, if we get into vanity, vanity's bad in a religious sense. If you look at it in a religious sense, vanity's bad. Well, what does Kim Kardashian do? Well, in front of a camera at all time, one of the top social media influencers. I don't know if she has an OnlyFans or not, but if she does, she has a TV show where basically, do y'all really think that this news is hurting her? It just came out that she had to pay like $1.9 million about some I don't know if it was lies that was told about like this crypto thing. Like, she had to pay like 1 point something million out for falsifying something when it comes to like this crypto shit, like this crypto ad or something. Do you really think that hurt her? No, she's worth billions. So, and do y'all think that all this information, I got more than just this. What's happening, homie? What's happening, GMS? Do y'all really think that this is hurting her? She has a television show on Hulu. She needs some sort of storyline to sell the show. Do you think that this is hurting her? What you say? Kim put on an act for the reality show. You got damn right she did. She has to sell that show. Not only her, but her sisters. But who's really paying attention to Kendall, Courtney, or Chloe? The only two people on that show that people really are maybe paying attention to is Kylie and Kim. Like, who the fuck really cares about Courtney dating a white dude, a rock star at that? Who gives a fuck about that? Nobody gives a fuck about that. Who gives a fuck that Courtney's being cheated on? Not Courtney, Chloe's being cheated on every season by Tristan Thompson. Who gives a fuck about that? No one gives a fuck about that. There's a lot of people being cheated on. That's not a storyline. And then Kendall's quiet as a fucking mouse. You don't hear shit about Courtney. I mean, about Kendall. You don't hear nothing. You don't hear about who she's dating. You don't hear about how much money she has. You don't hear about who she's fucking. You don't hear nothing. But you can go on any porn site and see Kylie and Kim's sex tape. Yes, I said it. You can go on either Twitter or any porn site and see Kylie or Kim's sex tape. Now, I will say this. I don't suggest y'all to watch the Kylie sex tape because it could be child pornography. I didn't watch it at all. because I didn't know how old she was, and I'm a stickler for shit like that. Even if I'm watching porn, I gotta know, like, to get a little personal. I usually just watch MILFs, so to get personal, because I know how old these women are. They're 40 plus. I know how old they are, but I don't suggest y'all to watch that Kylie tape because you don't know if it's child pornography or not. I lost a lot of people saying that shit. Let me move on. Let's move on with the video.
Because I don't compromise, but we've come to a compromise that my kids come to my school after school and they...
Hold on. I just saw that, GMS. I gotta bring that up. They're trying to rebrand themselves and turn white. LOL. Now, GMS. I'm glad you brought that up. Because I saw this from a mile away when Kim started dating Pete. When Courtney's always dated white dudes, but she got like a rocker this time. It wasn't like a dude that like is clean cut like Scott, whatever. She got like a grungy guy. That's what I knew. Oh well, she's gone off the deep end now. She wants a white boy. And I said, well, if Tristan keeps cheating on Chloe, she's gonna go to a white boy. Hell, Travis Scott and Kylie ain't really dating like that. But I was like, if it's in the plan, if it's within the family plan for them to start dating white, who the hell is Kylie gonna date? I believe Kendall's dating a white dude. I'm not sure. I don't follow them, but this is just speculation. I think she's dating a white dude as well. What else? And then we don't know who the hell Rob's dating. Rob's is out of sight, out of mind. So let's continue with the video. I just thought that was interesting that you brought that up, GMS.
Inquire. In other news, Bethany Frankel wants people to stop talking about Kim Kardashian after she's talked about her for months. After Page 6 shared on social media that the Kardashian star was adding extra security at her children's school, Frankel insisted in the comment section that people stop feeding the beast. Her comment comes just a day after the former Real Housewives of New York City star supported the football fans who booed Kardashian, 41, at the Los Angeles Rams football game on Sunday. Why is everyone surprised that a Kim Kardashian was booed at a football game? It's America.
Yeah, I forgot that she got booed at that Rams game. But do you blame the fans? They don't give a fuck about Kim Kardashian. They just give a fuck about watching football.
This past time, the former reality star, 51, tweeted, "The fans are people with daughters and sons who have hoped for realistic role models for their children. Football is not the superficial land of fashion. Those fans can't be bought."
He said something interesting though. He said that there's a lot of families there and it's not for superficialness and fashion or whatever. Who said Kim Kardashian was a role model? I will also say this. Who said that the football players that's on that field, who said that they were role models? This is where we fuck up in this country. We look outwards for our kids to look at somebody as a role model, when we should be looking at ourselves and thinking, hey, does my child look up to me as a role model? Like, am I something that they look up to as a role model? That's what y'all should be basically looking at. instead of looking outwardly and thinking that other people are supposed to raise your children. Just keep going.
After some people argued Frankel was going after Kardashian for clout, the Roni alum fired back saying, "If true, I would do the list of TV offers I have, or go back to Roni for millions. Or do the myriad of paid promotions and deals I turn down daily." Thanks for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and do not forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bells.
All right. So Kim Kardashian's inner mama bear. This is the Yahoo News article that I have here. Inner mama, blah 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 blah. Kim Kardashian's inner mama bear is coming out due to Kanye West's seemingly never-ending rant on social media, taking swift action after her ex-husband revealed the name of their children's private school. Numerous times during his ongoing online spiral, Kim has reportedly hired additional security to guard the entire school. According to TMZ, Kim is allegedly footing the bill for the increased protective measures which are being taken to prevent strangers from showing up at the school and potentially harming the Kardashian West children and their schoolmates. Now that their location has been made public information, Kim shares 4 children with West, North, St. Chicago, and Solms. During the rapper's most recent social media tear, this has been last week? Was it last week that happened? Yeah, last Monday on my birthday. He went out and wore the shirt, the what was it? The White Lives Matter shirt. He wore that. It caused an uproar. All the black people was like, "Fuck you, Kanye! Fuck you! Fuck you!" And it's like the whole time I was like, "Why? Like, this is Kanye we're talking about." Like, I knew Kanye would do shit like this when he came out with my dark twisted fantasy, whatever the hell that album was called. I was like, oh yeah, he's thinking about doing some crazy shit. So so much so that his rap, well, how would I put this? His rap mate, I guess you can call him, Lil Boosie, has something to say to him. Lil Boosie basically rips Kanye West for the White Lives Matter shirt. So Lil Boosie, or Boosie Badass, let's not call him Lil Boosie anymore. He a grown ass man. So Boosie Badass is making it very clear Kanye West's White Lives Matter shirt has taken it way too far. And the Louisiana rapper is calling for someone to pull Yee's black card. The ever outspoken Boosie laid into Yee after the WLM shirt made its rounds on the internet, accusing the Yeezy brainchild of abandoning his race despite all of the opposition African Americans have historically faced. Yee has yet to explain the true meaning behind his latest racial stance. But Boosie says Yee blatantly doesn't care about any black deaths at the hands of white people. Now, Lil Boosie says, after all we've been through as a race, you put this disrespectful shit on. You gives no fucks about how blacks have died and suffered to the hands of the white man. And you say Bush don't like black people. Really, nigga? He went on to say, damn, Kanye West, you just going to keep using your platform to shit on your own race like this. This sad. And the black people who still support you are even sadder. Last time speaking on this clown, hashtag Kanye West doesn't like black people. Do us a favor and bleach your skin all white. Thanks. So Kanye came back. This is what Kanye said. He said, don't speak on me, Lil Boozy. Speak to me. Yeah, little nerd ass me, come smack me or come shoot me. I'm the one that got bullied by the entire black celebrity community. Now I'm back to shoot the school up. Well, white folks don't really focus on context like that, so they got a little scared when he said that. Having it next to him, outing his kid's school. White people didn't take too kind to what he did, so this is what Lil Boozy said after he said that. Talk about you back to hold on. Talking about you back to shoot the school up, and you got a school is not the right words. Hashtag start thinking before you talk. I don't want no smoke at Kanye West. Just couldn't let you do that. Just couldn't let you do that our race. His loved ones really needs to get Kanye West help. This the Get Out movie in real life. Shaking my head. So, with that being said, since white folks don't really pay too close attention to context, let me finish this part of the article off, and then we'll get into that. Let's see. So Boozy then went for the jugular, dissing his infamous 2005 Hurricane Katrina moment, which I read off, when he said President George Bush didn't care about black people during a live telethon. Political pundit Candace Owens also joined Kanye West in wearing a White Lives Matter shirt during the presentation, which angered people even further. He describes the new Yeezy line as the future, but some people feel like the gear is setting black people back. Now, here we go. Kanye West has been lamenting over the fact that Kim doesn't want their children to attend his newly opened Donda Academy full time. The business mogul has maintained that she prefers their children to attend their current school for their daily education and is fine with them attending West's school for extracurricular activities. A recent Rolling Stone article detailed West's odd new venture, sharing that the curriculum includes full school worship, core classes of language arts, math, and science, lunch and recess, and enrichment courses including world language, visual arts, film, choir, and parkour. Now, what's wrong with that? Now, I can see, since it's not an accredited school, I can understand where Kim's going with this. It's not an accredited school. It's not backed by wherever state it's in. I can understand her, our kids throughout, their school career, they try to go to college. Our college won't be able to look at, their whole entire school career and be like, well, look like you didn't go to school at all. I don't see anything on your permanent record that shows that you went to school. So I can understand where she's going with that. But this is what I will also say. Kanye West's school looks like it has some things that most schools don't offer, such as world language, which you can learn. I don't know if they'll be learning all kinds of languages, but if it's like school where you get to pick a language and then the school picks a language for you to learn. Like, I remember I picked Spanish when I was in 8th grade to do in ninth grade, and I wound up with German somehow. I said, how the hell did I get German? But I can see if let's say that he's trying to teach the kids while they're still children all kinds of languages to where when they can, leave school, if they get into like some sort of business or something, they can talk to all kinds of people like, Japanese, Chinese, Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Like I can understand what he's doing there. Visual arts, you know what I'm saying? That looks good. Film, if kids have a liking to want to have a career in film, he's teaching them film, teaching them choir, how to sing. I can understand that. You're probably going to have a lot of singers come through that school. And then parkour. Parkour is basically, it will be basically gym because you're using your whole entire body when you do parkour. So I can understand why he's doing this because, you might need some of this stuff growing up. So he's also offering full school worship, which he's putting basically religion back in school, which that's what school needs. Core classes of language arts, math, and science, which you need. There's no history here from what I see, but
hello everyone. I'm going to tell you
maybe
about
he
fair
can
use.
add
It's the
that
law.
to his
Warning: federal law speaks.
Maybe he can add that to his curriculum. But so where was I at? So Donda Academy has not yet been accredited by the Western Association of Schools and Colleges during a time when school shootings occur in the United States at an unbelievable, tragic, and completely avoidable rate. Kim and her children's school leadership are entirely valid in their safety concerns. Not to mention that West recently made a lot of people angry with his White Lives Matter fashion statement and subsequent drama with his industry peers. If West could put his kids first rather than his self-serving wishes, perhaps he would realize just how much damage he's putting his babies and all of their classmates in by sharing sensitive information as leverage for his egocentric causes. But this is what I'll say. This is what I'll say about that. Let me turn this music down on my ear. Hold on. This is what I will say about that. If it's a school in general, then the location's already public. This is just what I believe. If it is a school that her kids go to, and there's countless hundreds of students going there, probably thousands, but let's just say it's hundreds of students. How would the location not be public? And at that, do they not have a school resource officer? Do they not have security walking the grounds? If this is for the high swanky rich folk, I'm pretty sure the school is a half a mile away from the gate, of which I'm pretty sure there's a gate, and the school's a half a mile away from the gate. I'm pretty sure that school is like that because it's a high, rich, and swanky area that it's in, where all of the celebrity kids and people who own businesses or are heads at companies and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure their kids go to this school. I'm pretty sure that they pay a pretty penny for their kids to go to that school. So if the school doesn't have security, a school resource officer, and some sort of security measures to where if something did come to where someone came to the school and wanted to harm students, is there not a police department that can get there within a call time of 3 to 5 minutes? Now I understand what she's doing, her buying extra security for the school. It's mainly for her kids, but just so that it sounds nice, they'll say, well, it's for the kids in her class and their classmates. Nah, it's just for Kim's kids. Let's be honest. I don't want to piss the Kardashians off, but you can't fool a fool. Come on now. That just sounds crazy. I'm buying extra security for the school and their classmates. No, you're doing it for yourself. Just stop it. But it doesn't end there, people, because I believe after y'all about to hear this, we gonna stop fucking with Kim Kardashian altogether. So, leaked audio of Kim Kardashian trashing Whitney Houston as a disgusting old hag. I already don't like this bitch no more. So, our pal, Candace Owens, leaked this audio just this week. Now, I always say we have a love-hate relationship for Candace. Sometimes Candace will be saying some shit to where we can't deny. And then Candace will come back and say some shit where we like, all right, bitch, we ain't fucking with you no more. Like, you had us, but you just lost us with this other bullshit that you doing. Like, come on now, you doing too much. Now, Candace Owens has long fused her conversational political commentary with with equally polarizing musings on pop culture, and she's continuing along said trajectory by aiming at Kim Kardashian. Owens, who made headlines last week by joining her friend Kanye West in wearing a White Lives Matter shirt at the rapper's Yeezy fashion show in Paris, alleges to have audio that reveals that Kim is not who she says she is. And the drama centers around remarks about Whitney Houston. Now, if you guys don't know, Ray J and hold on, where am I at? Okay. Ray J, if y'all can see me down here, I'm down here. Ray J and Whitney both dated for a short amount of time back in like the early 2010s or mid 2010s, I believe, or somewhere around that. I know after Ray J and Kim stopped dating, that's who he started dating was Whitney Houston after her and Bobby got their divorce. So, with that being said, speaking on her podcast, Owens claimed to have come across voicemails Kardashian left ex-boyfriend Ray J slamming Houston, whom he was believed to be dating at the time. Owens then played a clip of the audio in which Kardashian allegedly said this. And I have the audio. What you guys didn't think I had the audio? Oh, I got the audio, goddamn. Here we go. Tape number 1.
Ray, it's Kim. I just want you to know that I think you are so disgusting and desperate. Who leaves their email address on the machine? You clearly want people to call you, but yet you won't call me back. And actually, you know what? Don't call me back. So if ever call me back, I'm never going to text you. You are just so desperate that you'll do anything for attention, and you're just so disgusting. Honestly, so.
How she gonna say that he'll do anything for attention if bitch you do anything for attention? Come the fuck on, man. How you gonna say, oh, you'll do anything for fucking attention? Bitch, you'll get butt fucking ass naked for attention. Let's be fucking honest here. Although this is an old audio clip, but it still stands to be true. Does Kim Kardashian not do anything for attention? Does she not stand fully nude in full magazine spreads? Did she not do Playboy? Let's put that in perspective. Did she not strip to where her ass was butt ass naked? She had a wine glass, which she stole that idea of that picture from a black woman who did it like decades before, to where champagne is shooting from the bottle to the glass that's on her ass. Did she not do that? Did that not break the internet a few years back? An attention seeker said this to somebody who's basically have been in the public eye since he was 15 years old. 15. Now, some of y'all think that Ray J's song with Lil' Kim was him bursting into the music industry. No. I will say, please look up Ray J's first album, Ain't Nothing Better. And I think it's called Ain't Nothing Better, but he has a song that me and my homeboy Cam liked a lot, called Ain't Nothing Better. I'm saying, if you guys get into like 90s R&B songs from Ray J, listen to that song. I'm pretty sure you'll like it. It has a nice groove to it. It's nice. But when she said you'll do anything for fucking attention, this man's been in the public eye since he's been 15 years old. We learned about your ass, mid 2000s? And you've done Playboy and Magazine, Maxim. What else have you done? I'm pretty sure they got you on Smooth, and what was the other one? That other magazine that us black dudes had to look at of all the fine half-naked women. It was Smooth and it was another one. I forgot what the other one was called. But come on now. If y'all don't realize, Kim is in her 40s. She's starting to see how her age is taking a toll on her. I believe that she just got stomach tightening surgery, where she said, I believe her and her sisters went to go and get it. And she said, verbatim, we want to look snatched. Well, bitch, bring that weave over here. I'll snatch that shit out your fucking head. Now, this is what I'll say about her with that bullshit. Quit with the bullshit, all right? Quit with the bullshit. Because I forgot what podcast it was. I don't know if it was the last one or the one beforehand, where I basically put out all this shit about her. Now, I had to go through various places to find that information, which was already being presented here on YouTube. But I'm saying, the internet, or whoever, I forgot where I got some of this information from. I think it was around the time when the whole Ray J thing was going on, right? Where it came out where your mom was basically the madam in the situation of you selling your sex tape. Ray J said you signed his paperwork so y'all could get the whole thing rolling. Damn. But then you wanted to sue, who was the guy from Vivid? I forgot his name. You wanted to sue him because he got the tape. I don't know how the hell you was gonna do that, but you basically tried to sue him. It didn't go through. Ray J said, well, why didn't you try to sue me if you said I was the one that leaked the tape? And then why would your mom send both of y'all out for the third time to shoot the sex tape in, was it Burbank or something like that? But Ray J's attention seeking. That's crazy. Let's keep going.
Like, have fun with old hag Whitney Houston. Like, she's so sick, and like, crack is definitely not whack with you guys, because you are just, honestly, it like makes me laugh on how disgusting you guys look. You're okay.
You hear all the puns she's trying to do. Yeah, like on because of crack, and crack is whack, and crack is cheap. Make too much money to smoke crack. It's like, stop, bitch. You're not funny at all. But this is the only pun that she does. She does one before she ends this. Let's keep going.
And then you need to go hang out with your like friends. Alright, it's okay. I'm definitely gonna make it anyway.
Come on, bitch. Like, that wasn't funny. Like, I know you was trying to be funny, and maybe you had your sisters around you, they laughing. You got him, girl. That wasn't funny. Like, okay, it's cool that you was referencing Whitney's songs and things that she said and shit like that, because he was with Whitney Houston. But you gotta look at it like this, Kim. Between his relationship with you and his relationship with her was more polarizing than what it was with you, and you felt jealous about it. But you gotta remember, Ray J hit it first. But I will say this to counteract that. I forgot what Tito Jackson's son took you to prom, but he should have made the song I Hit It First, because we all know what happens after prom. Motherfuckers is fucking. And that Jackson boy knocked that pussy wide open. I'll tell you that because, come on now, he's a Jackson.
You guys are just disgusting. Like, have fun with old hag Whitney.
Okay, this is take 2. So I'm gonna start it from the beginning. Here we go.
Like, have fun with old hag Whitney Houston. Like, she's so sick, and like, crack is definitely not whack with you guys, because you are just, honestly, it like makes me laugh on how disgusting you guys look. You're okay. You're in Vegas with Whitney, and you need to go hang out with your old like friend, and it's not right, but it's okay. I'm definitely gonna make it anyway, because you guys are just disgusting and sick, and stop you're with her. I don't understand it. He's sick, and you are just sick and desperate, so leave me the alone and stop. Oh no!
Alright, that was that. But how you gonna call Whitney an old hag, right? And the crack didn't really fuck her up like that. Like, when it came to her, okay, probably without makeup, maybe, but black don't crack. When she was making her comeback, when she started making all those songs and stuff like that, Whitney was looking good. I was like, damn, Whitney bounced back. If y'all remember when she was on Michael Jackson 25, when she was all skinny and she was sweating for no reason because she had just walked out on stage, and then, pan, a decade or so later, if not a couple years later, she looked good for her age. I was like, damn, for her to be she was early 50s, mid 50s, for her to bounce back from doing all those drugs and stuff like that, man, I was like, damn, Whitney didn't bounce back. But, motherfuckers got shit to say, so, like herself, she had shit to say, so. People, I'm gonna give y'all the time y'all selves. I have to take a quick commercial break, so we will be right back in a few moments, all right? All right, I'm back. So, with that being said, let's. I think that was the end of that story, I believe. Okay, I still got just. I got a sentence more. So, to end this part of this topic, it states that the audio ends with the socialite turned mogul making a quip about Whitney Houston's song "It's Not Right, But It's Okay." So basically, but this is one thing that I will say. Kim Kardashian, please just continue being a whore and do hoe shit. All right, keep that pussy in the street where it belongs and stop trying to date and get married. Just give these motherfuckers a price of how much that pussy costs and go on with your life and take care of Kanye's kids. Because I told Pete when they announced that they were going together, I was like, "Come on, Pete, why the fuck would you cuff an old bitch, and not only just an old bitch with 4 kids? Like, what are you doing?" And this motherfucker comes from the school of Dante Nero, an old friend of the late Patrice O'Neal. Dante Nero taught Pete Davidson everything that he knows about bagging bitches. And I questioned Dante's sanity when I was like, "You taught this nigga to bag old bitches with kids?" I thought that wasn't the teachings between how you and Patrice portrayed this player game. But maybe, maybe Dante does other shit now. I don't know. But moving on from that, let's get to this 50 Cent thing. So, if you guys don't know, 50 Cent and his son have been in a constant feud for ever since he got older. If I haven't said this yet already, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe if you are new here. Hit that bell icon to all, and if you want to come up here and talk to me, you can. Just hit that link that's pinned in the live chat. If you want to come up here and talk to me about any of my topics that I am presenting to you guys tonight. All right. So getting back into this, so 50 Cent has been in a constant feud with his son. Ever since I believe he got in his late teenage years, he's been in a constant feud with his son. Now, y'all may be saying, "Well, that's fucked up because why is he feuding with his son and his son, blah, 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 blah." That's his son. You really haven't heard a lot of things that 50 Cent has to say. If you're gonna say that. Now, I'm not saying that it's right what 50's doing, but this is 50 Cent we talking about. Need I say any more? So, let's get to this video, then I'll hit the article, and then...
Cold dude. What's up, guys? It's your boy Chick Smooth. I don't know why people keep playing 50 Cent. He tells you who he is, and he's not gonna change or apologize. Not sure if you guys saw the clip, but 50 Cent's son Marquise, he's been making the rounds on the internet from an Instagram live he did with Choke No Joke, where he was basically complaining that the $6,700 that he gets from 50 cents a month is not enough for him to live comfortably. Now, people started calling him entitled, saying he was a brat, saying he was spoiled. Well, obviously 50 Cent was gonna get wind of this and respond to it in his own way. He posted a clip from Power. Not sure if you guys watch Power, but if you guys remember in Power, 50 Cent had a son that was called Sean. 50 Cent ends up shooting and killing the son for basically not doing what he told him to do, which was to kill.
That was some cold shit too when I watched this clip. But the dude, the crazy thing is, the dude that played his son, he looked all of 35 years old. That was like, damn. When the hell did you have him, Kanan? But anyway, but yeah, if you guys been paying attention to this, Marquise is coming off like a brat. He is coming off as if he's a spoiled brat. And we're talking about a man who came from nothing. Like his mom died when he was younger. He lived with his grandparents from then up until maybe when he probably got big in the music industry. And you know, he's fed up. Like, he's fed up dealing with this kid. It's like, nigga, you came from my sack, nigga. Like, and you talk to me crazy. Like, 67,000 ain't gonna make me ain't gonna what's the word I'm looking for? Isn't gonna sustain me for a month. What, nigga? You know how much I make a month, nigga? 67,000 would put me where I need to be. Every month, if I was getting that from my pops every month, nigga, you know what I'd be doing with some of that money? I'd be fucking investing some of that money. I'll be saving some of that money to see if I can make some sort of business out of it. Nigga, if Marquise quits trying to stun on the hoes and if anything, nigga, your dad's 50 Cent. If you need money to get hoes, you playing the game wrong. Your dad is a rich, well, really wealthy. He's a wealthy rapper, actor, producer, creator of some of the best shows that's on television right now. You fucking up. Cause I'll be riding my dad's wave if I was you. If my dad had all kinds of these businesses and bitches know that my dad was 50 Cent, you know how many hoes I be fucking right now? This nigga's playing the game wrong. Now, if you guys remember, 50 Cent used to always have him when he was younger. He took pictures with him. He would, be with him and, during like his premieres and he'll be with him, if he was presenting a new album or whatever. Marquise was right there with him during the early days. But now, I think one thing that pissed him off, and I'm pretty sure some of the videos that I have tonight will bring this up. I think what pissed 50 off was when when Marquise called him and was like, "Yo, Pop, I need the new Jordans, but I need them in all the color variations." Now, I'm not a father, but I've been a stepdaddy I've been a stepdaddy before. Nigga, you don't need all them shoes. When you gonna be wearing all those shoes? And I don't even wear like a lot of color variations. The only color variations I wear is white and black. I either have a solid white shoe or a solid black shoe or a black and white shoe. I don't fucking wear all these crazy ass colors. I don't even wear Jordans for the simple fact that, nigga, why? Why am I paying $200-$300 for a pair of shoes that's gonna get scuffed up within a month? And then I'm gonna get mad at somebody who scuffed my fucking Jordan. Nigga, you need to watch where the fuck you stepping. Nah, like, why you got on $200 pair of fucking tennis shoes if, nigga, you bought a fucking used car? Your priorities is fucked up, sir. You paying $275 on a used car every month, nigga. You should be smacked for that. And you got on a $200 pair of shoes. You need to be wearing $65 pairs of shoes with this used car that you in. If anything, go to Goodwill and get some used shoes for that used car that you in. The fuck is wrong with y'all? But we talking about these new kids today that's basically entitled. Now, a boomer used to tell me when I worked this one manufacturing job, she used to say that I was entitled. I said, bitch, in what? I ain't been handed shit. Everything that I ever got as far as car, license, apartment, what have you. Bitch, I got that on my own without help of my parents. Got that on my own. So what do I want handed to me if I'm working for all this shit and getting all this shit myself? You obviously have the answers, so speak the fuck up. She ain't have shit to say. I said, the next time you start talking about shit, make sure you know some information before you start talking about shit. Because ain't nobody hand me shit. My pops ain't hand me shit. My mom ain't hand me shit. And neither did they parents hand me anything. I had to work for everything that I fucking got. But I believe this is what the new generation is doing now. Like, most of them don't want to work. Hell, the military is down in recruitment. You name it, man. The workforce is kind of going under a little bit because not a lot of kids want to work. Plus, there's alternatives for kids to find jobs, such as on the internet. They can be a digital creator if they wanted to and make money from that. Make thousands upon millions of dollars doing that. And I understand what they doing. Is I'd rather work for myself, and that's the attitude I should have had when I got out of high school. Was I'd rather work for myself than to work for somebody else. It's taking a toll on me now that I'm so late in the game trying to do this. I'll be popping by now. And I understand what these the new generation is thinking is, and I think about this shit almost every day when I'm at work. Damn, I'm making these motherfuckers millions of dollars. My company is a multi-billion-dollar company. And I'm taking home at least 1,000 plus. That's kind of fucked up when you think about it. Like, when you actually break it down, it's kind of fucked up. But to be a kid that kind of looks entitled to what your dad worked hard for. Your dad had to get shot 9 times for him to be successful. Now, you talk about fucked up circumstances. Your dad lived through fucked up circumstances, not you. Your dad made sure you and your mom was straight. He made sure you were straight as far as child support. You saw how much he had to pay. And you'll hear, I believe I have that video. I'm not too sure if I do, but he says, 50 Cent says he will pay whatever the bill was for the year. Every year, he will be like, all right, I'm putting this down. I believe he will do that along with his taxes every year. All right, I owe this much in taxes. Okay, cool. How much do I owe to my baby mom? 1.36. All right, well, put that down for them as well, so I can get that out the way. And then he balling for the rest of the year. He's like, all right, I got my little man straight, my baby mom straight, my taxes is straight. I can ball the fuck out the rest of the year. I'm going to Bali this summer. Fuck all that. I don't even need. Matter of fact, let's go to Bali now. Let's drop everything that we're doing. Let's go to Bali now. That's the type of mentality that 50 has after all his success. Marquise, you need to go through some sort of success to understand what the hell your dad goes through on a daily basis. He's not going to be handing you money just because you're his son. Your dad had to work for everything that he fucking has. He didn't have to beg for it. He had other motherfuckers beg for mercy. Y'all understand how I did that? Never mind. Fuck it. Let's get on with this video.
Patrick, and also he felt he was getting weak. Now 50 Cent posted this video with the word saying no captions needed. I tried to post a portion of the clip here, but YouTube didn't let me. They flagged it for copyright. So just go to 50 Cent's Instagram to go watch the clip. So hope I let you guys know where 50 Cent stands with his son. He said multiple times that he does not mess with him. 50 Cent feels like his son Marquise did something that he could never ever forgive. And that's unfortunately the type of time 50 Cent has been on ever since then. Tell me what you guys think about 50 Cent's response. Was it cold-blooded or not? Post your comments below. Subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. I'll see you guys later, man.
I don't feel as though that what he did is I would say it's warranted. If he feels as though that his son did something that he can't if he feels though that his son did something that he can't like be like, you know, you still my son at the end of the day. If he looks at his son like the enemy that he said that he looks at his son as, not fucking with dudes that he had beef with back in the day, taking pictures with motherfucking sons that he had beef with back in the day. And we talking about 50 Cent here. 50 Cent has a lifetime feud with Irv Gotti, Ja Rule, and Supreme. That beef will never die. It will never die until either one of them dies. And 50 Cent's still gonna be talking shit. If Supreme dies before 50 does, 50 gonna have something to say about it. He probably gonna say good riddance or fuck that dude or whatever. Whatever you gonna say, because he don't like that dude like that. Don't fuck with that dude like that. Don't fuck with Irv Gotti or Ja Rule like that. So if they die before he dies, please believe he'll have something crazy to say about them. Let's get into this article. So 50 Cent's oldest son, Marquise Jackson, I got this from the Daily Mail. So 50 Cent's oldest son, Marquise Jackson, has offered the rapper $6,700 for a day of his time. Marquise, 25, has been active on social media after saying that the $6,700 the rapper paid his mother in monthly child support was not adequate. Nigga, you 25. Where's your job at? You are inadequately without a job. That's what you got. So he says, since y'all think $6,700 is so much money, which it is for an average person who works a 9 to 5, that is a lot of money. $6,700. Let's see. So much money. Someone tell my pops I will pay him $6,700 for just 24 hours of his time, so we can do everything I ever wanted to do with him as a kid. Nigga, you want to play catch with this nigga? You want to play catch with this nigga? You want to play red light, green light? You want to play the helicopter game? Nigga, you too big for that. You 25 years old, nigga. Let's see. Red, yellow, green, whatever color he likes. He accompanied the request with a shot in which he spelled out the phrase entitled in paper currency, a spoof of a photo 50 Cent previously posted, spelling out the phrase broke. I know y'all guys saw that picture. In $100 bills. 50 Cent, seemingly in response to Marquise's post, posted a clip from his series Power in which his character Kanan killed his son. Marquise previously said in an Instagram live chat with Choke No Joke earlier this month that the $6,700 monthly total was not sufficient considering cost of living expenses in New York City. Well, this is what you do, Marquise. You move. That's what you do. You move. If New York is too damn expensive for $6,700 for the month, nigga, move. Move down south. You'll be able to stretch that $6,700 a numerous amount of ways. Hell, move to my state of Maryland. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to stretch that $6,700, especially in the county I live in. But if you want more bang for your buck, move to lower, slower Maryland, where I don't even know what the cost of living is down there, but I know it's cheap as fuck down there. Let's keep going. Let's see, where was I at? Okay, as well as in correlation to the earnings of the rapper mogul, he says $6,700 a month in New York City. You do the math, which is 81. It's 81K a year. Let's see. You're talking about a Forbes lister. You're talking about someone that has problems with everybody. You can't just live any. You just can't live in any neighborhood. Well, who said 50 can't live in any neighborhood? The only remaining beef 50 still has is just with Ja Rule, Irv Gotti, and Supreme. Those are the only three people he still has beef with, and anybody who accompanies Ja Rule, Irv Gotti, and Supreme. Those are the three people, and whoever else backs them, he has a problem with. And all of those people still live where? In New York City. If not the outskirts of New York City. Which I believe Irv lives in LA, I believe. And Ja Rule probably still lives in around the New York City area. And then Supreme, he still lives in New York, if not Atlanta. So y'all do the math. Let's see. $81K is not a substantial amount of money. You can't just live anywhere. You can down south. You talking about you got beef with everybody in the industry. You can't just live anywhere. In the chat, Marquise asked Choke, if I told you right now you got to start your life over right now with $6,700 a month and rebuild your life, can you do it? To which Choke said he could. Marquise continued, Choke. One second, let me turn this page. You said, Choke, you gotta stop comparing it. You comparing it to yourself. Well, you asked him a question. You said, Choke, do you believe you can start your life over with just $6,700 or $6,700 or however you want to put it? Do you think you can do that? And Choke said, yeah, I can. Just like any grown man if a grown man got handed, like myself and all the other grown men who's watching my channel, if y'all was handed $6,700 for each month, which is $81K a year, which most of y'all probably are making $40,000 to $50,000 a year, like myself. I'm like right in between. Like I'm around like the $44,000 to $45,000 mark every year. How is it that my yearly wages, let's say with that $6,700 got doubled to $81K, how's it that I wouldn't take that money and be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna fucking do this, nigga? Let me count this money out. Yeah, it's all here. Shit. I'm gonna pay these bills with some of this. I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that up in the bank. I'm gonna keep some of it on me, or I'm gonna do some in-house saving, and then whatever the rest of it is, I'm just gonna splurge out with that. You know how easy that is, Marquise, but you're not looking at it like that. It's a lot of people who have came out and basically saying the same shit that I'm saying. Is that this grown ass boy is basically saying that 6,700 isn't enough money to restart your life, nigga. If you take a homeless person off the street and gave him $6,700, he actually got cleaned up. He wants to do right. He wants to find a job, or either take that money and try to create a business with it. Do you know that motherfucker would be like, shit, I can do more with 6,700 than what the fuck you can. But let's see. So he said, bro, you're comparing it to yourself, to your standard of living. Well, Choke's standard of living is the same as yours, Marquise, because your dad ain't taking you out on tour. Your dad ain't, he probably got you a nice apartment. He probably doesn't really give that much of a fuck about you, but he gives enough a fuck about you to where he'll probably get you an apartment, put you in a nice apartment to where you ain't got to worry about where you want to live. And that's probably about it. And he probably gives you that allowance of $6,700 a month and tells you to shut the fuck up. If my dad gave me $6,700 a month, I'd shut the fuck up too. Like, let me go ahead and take this money and shut the fuck up. So Marquise also says, you can't do that. I know what it feels like to have nothing. All right. Well, this is Choke saying this. I'm sorry. I had to rebuild my life over with $6,700 a month. I'm sorry. This is Marquise saying this. $81,000 a year. Speaking about his relationship with Marquise in 2020 in an Instagram Live interview with Van Lathan, 50 Cent detailed their estrangement. I didn't think that success would cost me my firstborn, but it's the situation. It's the situation it is. He said, my grandfather used to say, if it rattles like a snake and slithers like a snake, is it a snake, or do you need to be bit? What he keeps saying is, every time you see the boy, he shows up with somebody you got a problem with. What does that tell you? So I believe my next video is that. If not, I'm gonna play that video next. Yeah, I'm gonna play that video next. So it would be best if I do that.
I know chick.
In the way that I had it structured. So 1 second, y'all. Yeah, I believe that's it. This should be it. All right, so here we go. This is the interview that I just read off a snippet from. So here's the actual interview, and here we go.
Or your son, because a lot of people from the outside, the boy looked just like you. That's they a lot of people from the outside think that situation is sad, man. The child can't come. Yeah, it is sad. It's a sad situation, right? And when you pray for success, you don't necessarily pray for the things that come with it, right? And there's no such thing as success without jealousy, without envy, or entitlement. Entitlement is growing in someone you love, in the scariest part, right? And his mom developed an entitlement that cannot be met. Filtering that energy through his actual personal interests. Let's say now that he's starting to like females, he's conscious of what kind of shoes he want to wear. I need these Jordans, the retro Jordans is coming, different things. And then his mother go, all right, I'll get them for you, but it just bothers me.
That's all well and cool, right? You know what I'm saying? The son sees his dad. He's coming up in age. He's starting to see that he likes girls. Okay, when I was, I'm an anomaly. I started liking girls when I was like 3-4 years old. Like my godfather used to teach me how to catcall women his age when I was little. So I'm an anomaly. I'm sorry. So I was liking females when I was 3 and 4 years old. I'm sorry. So with that being said, I was conscious of my surroundings at a young age, but I had a fashionable mom that knew how to dress and knew how to dress her kids. I didn't have to really worry about it. So, even when I got out of school or when I was in school and was paying for my own clothes and shoes, I was very well aware of what shoes and what clothes to buy. And I would tell you, I was shopping at Burlington Coat Factory and like other like hood like clothing stores because I can't go to the mall. I couldn't fit in anything at the mall, and I could go to the mall and see a nice shirt and a nice pair of pants, but I couldn't really get into them. Like for some reason, I don't know if it's the same now, but for some reason, the mall that's around me, they didn't have size 40 waist pants for some reason. I don't know why. They had 38s. I couldn't fit into a 38. But they had 38s, but they didn't have 40s. I didn't understand that. So I couldn't shop at the mall. I could buy shirts, but if you buy a shirt at the mall, you're looking at like 27 to 30, 40 some odd dollars just for a shirt. I could get 1,000 white tees for $5. I could get 1,000 white tees or color tees for $5. I could get a pair of pants or some shorts at one of them hood spots or at Burlington for $20. I was like, you know what? I'd rather shop here because I'm getting more clothes than somebody who's shopping at the mall. That's just how I thought. Did I buy shoes at the mall? Yeah, I bought Air Forces and Adidas shell toes and all those, Stan Smiths and all that. I bought all that stuff at the mall. As far as clothes went, couldn't shop there. So, chose to go up elsewhere. That's his problem. He wants to be in the Balenciaga or the Balenciaga, the Louis Vuitton. He wants to be in the Gucci. He wants to be in all that other shit that basically shows you ain't got shit because your dad mainly has the shit that you want, but you not looking at it as I didn't work as hard as my dad did. That's how he's not looking at this. I didn't work as hard as my dad did, so why do I feel so entitled to have what he has? That's like me asking my dad for a piece of his retirement check every month. Hey, yo, Pop, I need about 2,000 of that retirement check every month. Make sure you can either wire it to me or I can come and get it or whatever, however you want to do it. You know what my dad would say, man? If you don't sit your punk ass down, the fuck is wrong with you asking me for my retirement, nigga? I'm on a fixed income, nigga. Fuck out of here. But my dad's a hustler. He made me into a hustler. My mom was a hustler. I used to watch my mom hustle every week, doing hair, cooking people food, selling dinners. Shit. Most of the time, she would do that shit for free. But my mom hustled, gave me hustle. So I hustled. This is what Marquise didn't look at. This is one thing I will blame Marquise's mom with this. You showed the after effect of what his dad was. You didn't show him when y'all was together, when he was in the street hustling, having to dodge bullets, having to run away from the cops and shit like that. You didn't show him that part of his dad's life. You didn't talk to him about that, how, you know what I'm saying, 50 was in the streets from age 15, if not 13, up until he got big in the music industry, which he was what? The first time he was in his early 20s when he signed with JMJ Records, and then he he got shot. I think it was like a year or two later, he got signed to Shady Aftermath, and then the rest was history. You only showed that part. You didn't show when he was in the streets, getting it, beefing with niggas, hitting niggas the way he got hit, but they ain't fucking breathing. Damn, that's my favorite line from 50. I don't know why. That's my favorite line from his first album, Get Rich or Die Trying, the Mini Man song. Why? I don't know why that part is so, like, I like that part so much. He got hit like I got hit, but he ain't fucking breathing. That's my favorite part in that whole song. So anyway, let's continue this.
You're supposed to have them all. So while being a privileged child, he feels deprived. When you had everything I didn't have. I can tell you how much my kids cost. In New York State, $1.360.
Do you hear what the fuck he said? You got it. And I believe this is every parent's dream. Growing up. Hell, I'll tell y'all all the shit that I didn't get growing up before I get into that. When I was in the third grade, you know, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was still the shit. I was 8 years old. Guess I was still watching Power Rangers. Fuck y'all, who's laughing? You know, I like Power Rangers. So at the time, they was in they ninja form. I got all those. I got all the ninja form Rangers. I also wanted action figures to go along with the Ninja Rangers. I wanted I think there was 8-inch in scale, I believe. The Ninja Rangers, so I wanted the 8-inch in scale, Rangers when they were morphed. I didn't get those. I also wanted, so when I was growing up, scooters were a thing. They weren't as readily abundant in stores like they were now. The whack ones were, but I'm talking about the Razor scooters, where they had the wheelie bar. When you leaned on the wheelie bar, you could do a wheelie while you was riding it. I wanted that. I didn't get that. My homie had it. I had a scooter. I just didn't have a Razor scooter. I didn't have the wheelie bar, so I had to wheelie my damn self. You know how hard that shit is to wheelie on a fucking on a fucking scooter? I didn't get that. You know what else I didn't get growing up? I wanted every single Power Rangers Megazord. It was my dream to get those when I was little. From every season. Well, all the seasons I was watching. So from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers season 1 up until, I forgot when I stopped watching Power Rangers. I believe I was in maybe the 4th grade and I stopped watching it. I believe. Yeah. I think I was in the 4th, if not the early part of my 5th grade year. I stopped watching it. But I wanted every Megazord. I didn't get it. I wanted every Beast Wars Transformer that ever came out in the stores. Never got them. I got the ones that my mom got me the ones I readily showed more interest in. So I didn't get Optimus Primal, but I did get Death Charge, which was a Stingray type of Transformer. I didn't get Rhinox, but I did get what was his name? Rat Trap. I got Cheetor. I just didn't get the original Cheetor. I got the Transmetal Cheetor. I didn't get the original Cheetor. But, you know, will I give my kid everything when he tries for it? No, I'm not. I will give him the things that he needs. and then we'll talk about the things that he wants. Now look, I can get you the what's hot now. I don't know what's hot now. I can get you the cop Paw Patrol puppy, but you don't really like the fire truck Paw Patrol puppy. So I'll get you the cop Paw Patrol puppy, but I'm not gonna get you the fire truck one because you don't like the fire truck one all that much. I see how you react when he comes on screen. Oh, it's him again. Damn. Like, I don't know what's gonna be popular when I start having kids, but I'm just saying. You don't give your kid everything that they ask for. Give them everything that they need. And I understand that as a grown ass man. As a kid, I didn't understand it. But I understand it as a grown ass man. Because you don't want your kids to be spoiled. Because when you spoil kids, you make them into brats. Because with the philosophy of spoiling your child, the child then thinks everyone else is supposed to spoil them. So at school, if they don't get their way, well, he did it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so apologize. Well, I didn't do anything. I know you didn't do anything, but you called him a name, apologize. That's not fair. Oh, well, you gotta learn how to treat people in life. Apologize to them, and then whatever. Everything that you teach your kid at home goes with them when they go to school, when they grow up and they start working. A lot of this shit, like, you know how many people I'll be looking at my job and I'll be like, damn, you must have had a fucked up childhood. Now, I talk crazy because this is my personality. Not crazy as in I'm talking about crazy shit. I like to joke around when I'm at work because it passes the time a lot faster. So if I got like a joke I want to say that may not be work appropriate, I only say it around the people that I know won't say shit. It's because I had home training, which a lot of these motherfuckers coming up don't really got, because a lot of their parents miss that session of parenting is home training. When I'm at stores and I see kids fucking just cry and they fall out, let that have been 1995 and I did that shit. Shit. Get my ass busted in the store. She's gonna straighten me up. My mom's gonna straighten me up. She's gonna go outside. She's gonna beat my ass again for embarrassing her. And then my godfather is gonna get on my ass. Nowadays, you can't talk to kids. Like that whole "it takes a village" thing, that don't fly no more. You can't, like, if a child's acting up at a store and you just walk up to a kid like, hey, yo, just chill out, like, just do what your mom say. The mom is gonna get on your ass. Don't you fucking talk to my child. You don't know us. It's like, whoa. I saw you had a problem. There's not a man in this situation around you. I just decided to step in because I'm a man. And I know kids straighten the fuck up when they see men. So I decided to come over here, say something to help you out. But obviously you don't need my help, so fuck you. Fuck you and these kids. There's always a problem. 50 Cent said it causes him $1.360 to take care of his kids in the state of New York. He puts that up every year, that he said. He puts that up every year. And he doesn't worry about it until the next year. Let's continue.
You see what I'm saying? And I don't have an issue with paying the support fund. The reason why I'm the way I am with those kind of situations, I pay my support that year that the baby's born. Move the money to the account, let it, and it automatically disperses a certain amount of money per each month. So with him, I noticed over the years, like, it developed, because I blamed it on his mom for a long time. But it's not his mother, it's him. Like, I've gone places where he was at and he left.
Fifth, you love your son?
I used to. You ask yourself how long, a complicated question would say, how long can you love something that don't love you back? You see, so, in this experience, you look and you say, I didn't think success would cost me my firstborn, but...
Before he continues with that, let's look at what he just said. How can you love something that don't love you back? Right? That's a good question. How do you love a woman if she don't love you back? How do you love a man, ladies, if you know he doesn't love you back? You can put that same onus on kids. That's why a lot of black men are being ousted by certain women, some black women, some white, some Puerto Rican, some, you know what I'm saying? All men in all color spectrums and races and stuff like that get ousted by women because they don't want to, i.e., take care of their kids. Well, check this out. You never loved me. So, since I grew up in a household where my mother didn't love my father, I'm not saying anything, all of this in personal, like, I'm not saying that. My mom actually did love my dad, but let's just take it out on, let's say, a father or a man knew that a woman didn't love him. And he grew up in a household where a woman basically was on his ass every day about bullshit, talk to him crazy, all this other crazy shit, and then you put a child in the middle of this. How do you think the child's gonna act by being around the mother? Because a judge will rule for the woman to take care of the child before he rules for the man to take care of the child. So, in some cases, there are some anomalies. Some cases, some women give their kids up, like, I'd rather them just be with their father. Or I'd rather, whatever. So some dads nowadays are getting custody of their kids, but we have to look at it from the sense of, if a man knows a woman doesn't love him, and then the woman is going to have the child around her at all times growing up, and then that same mentality gets flushed into the kid's mind, and then the kid starts talking to you crazy, well, why should I love this little motherfucker if he don't love me back? You know what? I'll take myself out the equation. How about that? Both y'all ain't gotta fuck with me no more. Since y'all want to deal with me and deal with me the way that y'all deal with me and think I'm supposed to come to y'all's every beck and call, I'm out. I'm not gonna fuck with none of y'all. And then, maybe the father starts getting like, maybe I shouldn't have did that 9 years ago to my son. Let me see what he's up to. And you start seeing how he's moving. He's moving with your enemy's kids and shit like that. And he's taking pictures with your enemies and shit. Oh, this nigga ain't changed. All right, well, fuck him. This is what 50's going through right now.
This situation, it's like my grandfather would say, if rather like a snake, if it's slither like a snake, is it a snake or do you need to be bit? Right? And that's the Aiken, South Carolina, and this the country, she'll say. And what he keeps saying is, every time you see the boy, he's show up with somebody you got a problem with. What does that take? People will always try to make relationships on a common bond of disliking someone. Like, be friends with you because your enemy is.
Now, he's saying his grandfather told him all of this. Now, we're talking about a man that probably was born back in like the late 30s, early 40s, maybe, probably the 50s. A grown-ass man is telling his grandson, if it slithers like a snake, if it rattles like a snake, you got to be bit first in order to know if it's a snake or not. You seeing your son walk around the hood and taking pictures with niggas that you don't fuck with? What should that tell you? Because you gotta remember, men back in his days would go and just get a pack of cigarettes and never come back home again. Or they'll be like, I don't know, Priscilla, I want a divorce, and walk the fuck out the house. Or, in most black families, man would just have another family down the street or a couple blocks away from where he stays at. There'd be another woman with another set of kids, and then they fighting when he dies. Well, we his real kids. Y'all ain't his real kids. It's like, well, if you look at it, those are his real kids. Y'all just have siblings. That's all that is. Yeah, he was married to y'all's mama. Yeah, he was with her for 30 some odd years. Yeah. But y'all three and those four have to make some sort of decisions when it comes to his funeral arrangements. Get to it. Shut the fuck up.
Anyway. Yeah. And he sees himself that way. To the extent where he's actually taking pictures with Promtions or doing different things that, and you go, well, I'm like, I don't even understand where your motivation comes from with these things. But
can you excuse any of that because of how young he is?
No, he's 23 years old, 24 years old. It's not a baby no more. It's a grown man. See, I look at you as you grown, the decisions that you make as you start to pass what they would have did to us. They would have charged me like an adult at 15. So at 23, it's like you grown in my head. My homeboys, they had their babies at 15. At that point in the neighborhood, that was when you actually got into, we started the sexual thing. You know what I'm saying? It started to really get into, and everybody 15, 16 years old was the point that he was having kids. So like I was super late with him because I didn't want to have, something that I didn't actually connect with because we both was babies.
You hear that? A lot of that happens too. You have like a 15, 16-year-old child has a baby. They think that they grown now because they got a baby. But then the parent has to correct they child, and although you did have a baby, you still a boy. You still a girl. You still have to abide by my rules. They still want to party, but it's like you got a responsibility now. You got to take care of this responsibility. There is no more partying. You gave your life up to take care of this child now. Although you have to take care of this child, I still want my rent money every month. I'll start you out on $200. Go ahead, go down to that McDonald's, get yourself a job, work, get some work experience underneath your belt. After you pay me that $200, after you graduate high school, and you will graduate high school, you're going to go and get another job that pays more so you can get the fuck out my house. And then that's when life starts for you. It's going to be you and your little nigga sitting there with you looking crazy because you ain't going to have shit. Because when I had you at 15, I ain't have shit. This is why parenting has come to where it is now. Like I said, although I don't have kids, I do be watching and observing. Like a lot of the shit that motherfuckers were saying, well, when I get grown and I have kids, I ain't gonna treat my kids the way that my mom and my dad treated me. You didn't understand the lesson. That's the reason why you saying that shit. You didn't understand the lesson. They was doing it for the better good of yourself. They will let you just go out and do whatever the fuck you wanted to do. You'll be off the chain now. And if I was able to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, I'll be in jail. I'll tell you that right now. I'll be in jail. I was reckless as a teenager. Reckless with the mouth, with my actions. I was reckless. Wasn't committing any crimes, but if I did come into an authority figure, just know that they would get a little piece of my mind. But I was responsible. Me and my homeboys, we all had jobs. If you wasn't making enough money to where you could go out on the weekends with us, we'll be making fun of you. If you didn't make good grades in school, if you was one of my friends, we would make fun of you. Good grades and being smart was the game when I was in high school with my friends. Nigga, anything less than a C is whack. If you get a C plus, nigga, how'd you get a C plus in history, nigga? Everything's in the book. The test is basically from the book. You didn't read the book? You didn't read the session that y'all was on for the test. You stupid motherfucker, you. How the fuck you get a 75 on a math test and y'all been learning this shit since September? How the fuck did that happen? You got a 75, nigga? That's a C. Get yourself together, nigga. Like, nah, you ain't coming to the party with us this weekend because you won't be stupid all the damn time. That was me and my friends. We was hard on each other for a reason. Cause some of us didn't grow up with a dad, or he was like my one homeboy. You will walk into the house and see his stepdad ass naked on a leather couch. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Fuck, nah, we standing outside, man. Fuck that. It's like, fuck, this nigga back butt ass naked again. Fuck. Or it'll be like when we would go over my other homeboy's house that lived right around the corner from me when I was in high school. His stepdad ain't like people at the house. What's up, fellas? Oh, what's going on, man? Get out. What? Get out. Y'all didn't ask me for y'all to be up in here, nor did you ask my queen could y'all be in here. Get out. Oh, yo, that's messed up, yo. Like, why you kicking us out? We just got here. We ain't making no noise. I don't care. Y'all here. Either y'all sit out on the porch, or better yet, Marcus, you got a house. Why don't y'all go around y'all's house? Why y'all always over here for? And the rest of y'all got houses. Why ain't y'all never hanging out over y'all's houses? Good point, right? We ain't see it that way. But kids these days, parenting these days, too many parents want to be their children's friends instead of being parents. My mom ain't grow up in that era, nor did my grandmother or my great grandmother grow up in that era. Parents were parents back in their days. These people I see that's my age, if not a little younger, they want to be their kids' friends. Yeah, me and Kiki went to the spa today, y'all. Huh? The fuck your daughter doing at the spa?
No, at that point, and then later, I mean, all these things don't turn out the way you want it. Life just doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? And
what would have to happen for you guys to have a relationship again? That's the last question I'll ask about it.
I don't know. I ran into him one time. This is ill, right? Right after it was 2 months before his support was finished, right? And at the time, he's standing at the desk talking to the jeweler, and he had a small diamond chain, 2 small diamond chains, trying to get a bigger diamond chain, right? Trading them, see how much you get that one. And I walked in, he goes, "Oh, you have somebody like watching me?" I said, "Nah." He said, "Oh, so coincidence?" He said, "Yeah, coincidence." Then he turned back to the jeweler, he goes back to talking to the jeweler, and he's like, nah, I can't do that. Now I'm like, because of how much the jeweler's asking him for. So he can't do it. Oof. Negotiating, putting 2 small diamond chains back to get a bigger diamond chain with the money I'm mailing him. His mother never had a job. She didn't do nothing.
Basically, what he's saying, he was being irresponsible with his money. Try and trade two diamond chains for a bigger diamond chain. That's not what I'm sending that money for you for, son. This is make sure that you eating. This is make sure that you got what you need. Not to go out and splurge and get bullshit. So as a dad, if I was 50 Cent and I'm looking at my son trying to get a bigger diamond chain at whatever the worth is that he can trade in for the smaller diamond chains, they get a bigger diamond chain. I'm gonna look at this little nigga like, yo, what the fuck is you doing with this money I'm giving you, yo? Well, Pop, but nah, fuck all that, nigga. I'm not giving you this money so you can come out and splurge with. This is to take care of you, dog. You got on all this fly ass shit. Where the fuck you get it at? That's not what my money's for. I don't mind you buying clothes, but why you got on Balenciaga? Why you got on Louis Vuitton shoes, nigga? Like, that shit don't even go together. Fuck you doing? But entitlement, or entitled, as Marquise would say.
Question whether I was wrong if she did something after the fact. She genuinely did not want to do nothing. This girl looked me in my face and told me, like, she was like, "You bought Mike Tyson's house?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "So why you ain't tell me this?" I said, "Because you ain't moving there." Well, I would have had to leave them in Mike Tyson's house. Like Mike left his old lady in him there when I got it. You see what I'm saying? So, because they would have said he's accustomed to this lifestyle and this is what he would have, it would have changed the whole scenario. So when I said, "Nah, you got to go, you're going to get a place over here," I gave her the same money that I gave my grandmother to buy my grandmother's house, for her to pick out a house and buy her house. And you go there until you figure out what you want to do. You don't want to do nothing. You're not coming with me staying like that.
You see? 50 was generous. I'm going to move my grandmother into a bigger and better house. I got my house, so I got 2 mortgages now. I'm just going to buy the rest of this house. I'm just going to pay the rest off on the house that my grandmother got now, so she can just move out. She probably the only thing that she really will have to take with her is her clothes with her. But I'm her grandson. I love her a lot, so she already gonna have nicer and better things. But if she wants to bring her things with her, fine. That's fine too. So when y'all can move out of the project, y'all can move up in my grandmother's old house. Y'all can have a place to stay until you think of something. While you here, you know what I'm saying? I'll make sure electric, gas, water, cable, internet is paid for. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about shit until you get yourself on your feet. That's a good gesture. Not a lot of dudes can do that. Not a lot of dudes can move somebody out of a house to put somebody in a better house, to put somebody else that they were with for a long time, for what, like, I don't know, since they was teenagers or something. You know what I mean? You can take this house. well, you bought Mike Tyson's house. Why aren't me and Marcus moving in there? Nah, I don't fuck with you like that. Take this house. If not, then fuck it. I'm gonna buy my grandmother's house, and I'm gonna rent this bitch out to somebody, or let somebody else buy it off of me. Like, I'm trying to give you something and you steady bitching about it. Like, what the fuck is that? Take this house or shut the fuck up and find someplace else to stay. It's that easy.
He was like, you did it already. Don't nobody work him down have to work. You already did it. Feeling like the records you already sold. If I was thinking like that, that's who I was. Yeah. They've been over. Damn. Because if you think about it, a lot of people, like when in the book I say, when you hustle, right? When you hustle, you adapt a mentality, you live by those ways, right? If you get experience a setback, it's okay. It's always, the setback is for the get back. It's for, for you to feel that low, the way you feel when something goes bad. Damn, it's for how it feels when it's going right, right? So you can actually feel that, experience that joy at that point, and then you could be getting money. Police sweep, but you got 3 people busted at one time. You got to bail all of them out. I pay lawyer fees for all of them. You got to have all of your money that you had in the bank that you felt was just yours and profits is now taken out of your profits and placed into the necessity of keeping you functioning.
Profit muscle.
You know what I mean? He's his mouth shut.
Now,
all right. That's the next video. I should just leave that up since I'm going right to it afterwards. So, this last part of the article, 50 Cent shares a brutal dig towards his son. So 50 Cent has taken to Instagram to slam his eldest son, Marquise Jackson, after the 25-year-old offered the rapper $6,700 for a day of his time. Marquise has been active on social media after saying that the $57,000 the rapper pays his mother in monthly child support was not adequate. He accompanied the request with a shot in which he spelled out the phrase entitled in paper currency, a proof of 50 Cent's previous post spelling out the phrase broke in $100 bills. 50 Cent seemingly responded to the post by taking to his own Instagram and sharing a clip of him in the show Power. The video shows 50 Cent in character as Kanan Starks, shooting the drug dealer's son, Sean, dead in cold blood. Now you can see how art imitates life, or life imitates art, because in a way, 50 Cent ain't changed. I hope you guys know that. All this success that he got, all of the accolades that he got, the nigga's still a street nigga at the end of the day, rich or poor. If he feels as though that his son is his enemy, he'll go to no means to make sure that his enemy is not here anymore. There's legal ways he can do it, or some street ways he can do that shit. So y'all do the math. Now, captioning the violent clip, 50 Cent wrote, "No caption needed." Speaking about his relationship with Marquise in 2020 in an Instagram Live interview with Van Lathan, 50 Cent detailed their estrangement. "I didn't think that success would cost me my firstborn, but it's the situation it is," he said. So this last video is him talking to Ebro in the morning about this whole situation. I'm pretty sure it happened sometime this week, so let's get to it.
He comes back and wants to have a conversation.
I'll listen. Maybe we go to lunch or dinner somewhere, but he'll pay for it. I mean, he's a man now. He's a grown man.
Right. And he acting like a grown man. He wants to make his own decisions.
And let's put into account, Marquise said he will pay him $6,700, which he's given an offer. So if he wants to sit down and talk to him and do all the things that he wants to do that he didn't get to do as a kid because his dad was busy, you have to foot the bill, homie. You grown now. If I call my pop up right now and be like, yo, you trying to go to lunch? I know he's going to expect me to pay for lunch. He'll probably get his own bill, but I'm pretty sure he will expect me to pick the bill up if I offered lunch. That's with anybody. If you ask a girl out on a date, you don't ask the girl to pay for her half of the bill. Nah, nigga, you foot the bill for the shit you offered. You asked her to go come out with you. You foot the bill for that shit. Now, by his how this is playing out, I don't know. Let's get to the rest of the video before I make that decision to say that. Let's keep going.
Or, look, teenage boys is tough. You got an older son.
Yeah.
Have you guys been able to figure things out?
No, I haven't even experienced the teenage boy thing. Like, he drifted before that. So him and his mom is already, but that's his mom's child. In my case, with my actual son, my oldest son, when he doesn't want to talk, then I go, fine. And we don't actually have that conversation at that point. And I've reached out, I've went places he was at, and he left those places because he's on Team Mom. And at that point, then cool, then you do what you got to do, and I'm happy for you. I hope you continue to be successful. He successfully completed high school, and he's moving on to college now. So, and all those things have been provided by me.
Right.
Financially,
you go tough
everything.
love. You're a tough love type of dude.
If a person is clearly indicating, okay, look, I know myself at 18. I was an adult since I was 15 years old, because at that point they would have charged me as an adult for all of the activity we were involved, right?
Right.
So him not having that lifestyle or being exposed to that, 18 is...
50 reacts to his son crying on social media to get him back.
And I'll say this again and again and again. I would trade that $6,700 a month for my father to come to my basketball games, bro. I would trade that money in, all this attention, all that. I would trade that in for that nigga to come to my graduation, bro.
Yeah. Now, you said a graduation party. You got to understand something, Marquise. Your dad don't fuck with your mom. So that means anywhere she's at, he doesn't want to be. Let's take this from Corey Holcomb himself. His graduation, his oldest daughter's graduation, he went to it. He saw that he would have had to sit next to his baby mom's. He said, nah, I'm going to sit a couple rows back. Because he don't fuck with her mother. And I'm like that with ex-girlfriends. After we break up, we've broken up. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to be in your vicinity. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to create a little small talk to you, what you've been up to, what I've been up to. After we break up, we done broke up. We're done. All the talking, all that other shit, it's done. I don't want to say nothing to you no more. Now, I would say I come from the school of 50 Cent when it comes to beefing with motherfuckers. Come from the school of 50 Cent when I beef with people, because it's like, yo, if you say you don't like me no more, I don't care, but why you still want to talk to me? Why you still hanging out with my mom if we broke up? If I'm such a bad person and all this other shit, why are you still around my family? I don't understand this. Also, with that being said, to all the young people who's probably watching, I'm not saying be ignorant to people that you break up with. All I'm saying is, y'all break up, and it was a bad breakup, and she said, I don't ever want to talk to you again, and all this other bullshit. Give her what she wants. Don't talk to her. Because at the end of the day, she's going to want to talk to you before you want to talk to her. That's just some game I want to give y'all tonight to all the 18-year-olds, 25, maybe 16, 15-year-olds to 27-year-olds. That's the game I'm giving y'all tonight. Y'all break up somebody, you was the worst person in the world and all this other bullshit. Give them what they want. Don't talk to them no more. Don't say shit to them no more. They'll talk to you before you talk to them. Now, is it asking too much from Marquise asking his father, I'll trade in you coming to all my basketball games and for money, for coming to my graduation party, then for money? Is that too much to ask? Nah. As a kid, you saying, Pops, I want you just to be in my life. Like, I just want you to, I want to learn where I get all my shit from. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's asking that, then cool. If 50 sees that as being vulnerable and weak, then there's something wrong with 50. But if 50's standing on him saying, I don't fuck with you no more, dog. Like, you can ask me all this shit that you want, but I don't fuck with you, nor do I fuck with your mom. Because we all know what happens with that. If, you know what I mean? I've seen it happen myself. When you start getting cool with the person that wasn't in your life all that much, i.e. my dad, and then I start, you know what I'm saying, hanging out with him more than coming over to the house to hang out with my mom gonna find something wrong with it. Why you start hanging out with him for? Look, he's my dad. I gotta see where I get my shit from. I gotta see why I act the way that I act. Just leave it alone. Like, I'm trying to be the bigger person and whatever. Right? Now, I can say my dad still pisses me off with certain shit that he does and that he says. But that doesn't mean I don't love him. That doesn't mean that, I'm, to be honest right now, I'm not really talking to him right now, but, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I come to the point to where I want to talk, and I want to talk about why I wasn't talking to him, I'll get to that, but for right now, I don't want to talk to you. Hell, to my brother and my sister, that I'm not speaking to as well. Whenever I come to the point to where I feel as though that this shit is foolish, I'll let you know. I'll call you, talk to you, or come over the house and talk to you. But for right now, I don't talk to y'all. There's some shit that was going on that I didn't feel as though should have got out, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I basically said, don't say shit. The person goes off and says something, and then I'm sitting here looking stupid. Like, I told that person not to say that. But, whenever I feel as though that this shit is stupid, I'll let y'all know. But for right now, I don't talk to y'all. Now, am I wrong for doing that? No, I'm not wrong for doing that. I'm human. But at the end of the day, it is stupid. But I'd rather sit in my stupidity for a while, and then when I'm ready to talk to him, I'll let him know. But I don't think it's a bad ask for Marquise to be like, well, Pops, I want to trade all this shit so I can be around you. That's not a bad ask. But if 50 Cent is like, well, you did all this fucked up shit, you felt entitled, you go on to social media for all this bullshit, like, I'm not really feeling you right now. Like, you doing some hoe ass shit right now. I'll wait till you turn 30 to where I know that you're more grown than what you are now. Because by 30, if you don't have a grown mindset by the time you're even reaching 30, if he's still acting like this at 30, nah, he's a lost cause. Let's continue. I'll get you guys out of here.
Trade all that shit in right now. I would trade it all in, all this bullshit, for him to teach me how to be a man from my teenage years up to my adult years.
My pops ain't got to be 50 Cent. My pops had bread, but I ain't never feel like entitled to anything.
The crazy about it, a lot of people's offered me a lot of money to do a lot of things that's not in his favor.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, no, I'm good.
Because you know what that is. That's niggas trying to use you as a pawn.
I'm good off that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm good
like
off
you always said, nigga, all money ain't good money.
All money ain't good money, bro.
Even Lil Meech's son cloned him in his recent Instagram posts after trying to beg with 50.
Yeah, he did say something. Lil Meech said, "You stupid. I'll take 5 over there myself, and I might even play some games with you." That nigga ain't shit for that, but that was funny.
Lil Meech calling him stupid and everything.
Roger, tell these subscribe to the Prophet.
Alright, so that was the end of that. Yeah, I said all that there. Alright, we're at the end of this, I believe. Yes, we are. We are at the end. So, what's some takeaways from today's show? So, with the Alex Jones shit, man, it's a lot with that. Just don't be saying no bullshit about people if you don't have the full facts on things. Like, don't be saying nothing out the way about people you don't know. With the Brittany Renner shit, hey, she's coming up in the world. I see she got a couple commercials that's gonna be running probably for a while to promote the sandwich, and then after that's done, she'll have to go off and see if she can do another commercial somewhere else. With the whole Kanye, Kim, and shit. One thing, Kanye needs to stay the fuck away from Kim. That's number one. He needs to send whoever his assistant is to go and get his kids. When he's in LA, you know what I'm saying? Y'all meet somewhere, get the kids come to the house and whatever. To Kim, I hope you know you fucked up by talking about one of our black queens and singing. I hope you know you fucked up, because if you don't know you fucked up, you fucked up. And I hope no black girl or black woman looks at you as a role model. They shouldn't be looking at you as a role model to begin with. And then with this 50 Cent and his son thing, 50, hear your son out to see where he's gonna swing this shit. And then with Marquise, grow up. Just grow up. Like, all of 25, you're acting like you're fucking 13. Like, nigga, you need to grow up. Like, grow up for real. And that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. So, I'm going to do some promotions. I'm going to get us on out of here. You know what I mean? So, people, if you guys are still watching here, I thank y'all for being here. So, with that being said, before any of that, wait a minute. Does anybody have anything to say before I get out of here? You can hit the link that's in the chat. If you want to come up here right now, you can. I've been doing this for 3 hours. If 6 people want to come up here and talk to me for 3 minutes at a time, you can. If not, I'm just gonna end the show. It's only shit. Okay, well, fuck it. I'll get out of here then. So with that being said, people, on Fridays I do a game stream called Marquise Speaks Play. You can not only just see it here on Marquise Speaks, go ahead and check it out over there on my Marquise Speaks Play channel. Those links are in the description box below if you guys want to go and see them. I also do this show on Saturdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you should be checking my social medias for the times that I'm coming on, because I've been switching the times here lately. So you guys should go over to my Instagram, my Facebook, and my Twitter and see what time I'm coming on. Right? Usually I have all this stuff scheduled out, so I don't have to deal with it before I come on. So just check and see when I'm coming. The best two places to go to see what's coming on is either my Instagram or my Twitter, my Facebook. I'm falling short on posting stuff on there sometimes. So just check my Instagram and my Twitter, and you'll know what time I'll come on. Like I said earlier with my YouTube channels, please go and subscribe if you can. Subscribe to both of them. You can go to either channel and subscribe to both. Like, it takes no time. Alright? It takes no time, and it's free. As like any other podcast show, if you guys ever want to come up here and talk to me, you can. If you hit the link that's in the chat, it's in the blue rectangle that's sitting in the chat. Hit that rectangle, it'll expand, you'll see the link sitting there, and hit the link, come up here, you can come talk to me. There are rules with this thing, right? I'm gonna go over the rules with y'all one more time before I get out of here. The first rule is you must be on camera at all times. I need to know who I'm speaking with, right? Because some of y'all aren't all subscribed to me. So let me know who you are, and if you know, there will be a question here in the private chat. Don't make it a conversation back here in the private chat. Just let me know if you want to, if you not want to be on camera. Because rule number 2 is if you don't want to be on, camera, that's fine. You don't have to be in the public. But here in the backstage, you do. You have to see who I'm talking to. And the last rule is please silence all background noise. I don't want to hear what's going on in your life, or that's my audience. So please silence all background noise. And lastly, before I get up out of here, or second to last, please like this video, subscribe if you're new here, and share this video if you can to social medias. And the last thing that I have for you tonight is my ending rule that I have for you guys. So if you could, please focus on getting your money, because everybody knows there's much happening. Also, please drink more water. Right? It makes your skin look better, and also makes you much healthier. So make sure you drink more water. Mind your own business as well for yourself, because you're in everybody else's business. It makes you look the same. So make sure you focus on what you got to do. And before I leave here, please do your own research, because believe what everybody tells you. What you made you think you get. So please do your own research. With that being said, read over the lower third before I get out of here. That's for y'all. And with that being said, I'm out of here. I'll thank you guys for watching.